Hi Titus, I wanted to leave you some feedback on your rough draft. So I think that you have a good handle on your description of the image, and I think I think that the purpose that you've identified is fair, and I think that the argument, um, I'm sorry, not the argument. I apologize. The audience could potentially work as well. So I see some good audience analysis. See some good message analysis here. There's really a couple things that are really missing from this paper. So far there's really no clear structure, right? So it kind of just feels like here's a description of the style, here's a description of what you see, here is the purpose, and then here's the audience. So this reads a lot like your assignment from last week. And in fact, if you come over here to the Safe Assign report, you'll see that 95% of this is actually content that was included in your original paper. Now, I mean, you can use the content from your previous papers, but I do expect you to do more with that. And so what's really missing here is clear context and a clear thesis statement, and that's why the paragraphs aren't they work fine as individual paragraphs, but they don't work as a connective whole, right? So, a good way to go back and re-see and revise this assignment is by focusing on a clear thesis statement. So, we talked about in class last week establishing what specific visual techniques you are using to analyze for your analysis, and then presenting those in your thesis will be helpful, because then you can determine, okay, so if I have decided that these are the visual techniques I'm focusing on, what key points do I need to include? So that you can then organize your paragraphs based on those key points. The other thing is the beginning of the paper really has no clear context. You just kind of throw the reader in there. So I think starting with what the context of the issue, right, that this cartoon attempts to capture would be useful for the reader. So include the current events. Include either the origins of the Black Lives Matter movement and how law enforcement is responding or not responding, or you could potentially focus on the resurgence of the Black Lives Matter protests that we saw going on right now, and also this summer, and how law enforcement have responded or not responded. So I think before you present the cartoon, I think context would be useful there. And like I said before, you need a clear thesis statement and a clear structure. So all these kind of disparate paragraphs all work together for the whole. I think that this could be a successful visual analysis, but like I said, it really needs a clear thesis, it needs clear structure, and then finally bringing in the context right off the bat I think would really help. All right, thanks, and let me know if you have any questions.